Hi guys, this is Zach from WatchesOnYou, and today I'm taking a look at the Omega Aqua Terra Tokyo 2020 Limited Edition. So as you guys probably know, Omega sponsors the Olympic Games, and they are the official timekeeper of the Olympic Games, as they put it. And every time there's an Olympics, they'll usually be releasing a few limited edition models surrounding them. So this is the Tokyo 2020 model, and as you can see, the big difference with this watch versus the standard is that dial. So you have a very interesting kind of offset grid-like pattern where it's kind of abstract looking, and it's just a very interesting look when compared to the traditional Aqua Terra. Now, it also is a ceramic dial, so that's why you can see it's glossy there, and that's also why it says ZrO2, zirconium oxide, under the handset. And so you can just see that dial is just very interesting. I honestly haven't even really decided for myself if I like it or not. I just think it's really cool, and it's definitely going to set you apart from other people. One thing that really sticks out on this too are the hands. You can see that the hands have more of a 3D kind of feel to them. I don't know why, it just really seemed to pop on this dial to me. Here, let me get him focused. There. You can just see that they look very nice and pop off that dial nicely, and then you have these metal applied indexes going around on the dial. So that's really the main difference with this. The case is still a 41mm stainless steel case. There's really no difference there. You have the flowing polished bevel going across the case, as really all Omegas do. And you also have a clear case back peering into that movement, the master coaxial movement. And you do get a little badge that says Tokyo 2020 and the Olympic rings there. So the movement itself is the Omega Master Coaxial movement. Extreme magnetic resistance up to 15,000 Gauss, which is, if you're not familiar with the Gauss system, it's a lot for a watch. So that is absolutely fantastic, and you're really not gonna have to worry about magnetizing this watch ever, which is a great plus for this. And one other thing to mention about the limited edition aspect is it is limited to 2020 models. I wonder if you can guess why they picked that number. 2020, obviously. So that is how many models this is limited to. A limited edition for 2020 models. I personally wouldn't really call that very limited. That's just me. That's a lot of watches. 2,000 watches is a lot. So I would tend to say this isn't that limited. But, you know, it still is going to be more limited, I guess, than the other Omega models, as it does have an actual limit. So there you go. So I'll just do a wrist shot quick on this. So this watch, if you're familiar with the regular Aqua Terra, it's going to be very similar, other than having that little little image on the sapphire case back and the dial. Other than that, it's exactly the same as the Aqua Terra. So this comes on the rubber strap. It's a very comfortable rubber strap. It kind of has a weave pattern pressed into it. That's not actually woven. It just kind of has that pattern there. But it does have some stitching down the sides. And then they kind of make it look integrated into the case, which I really like, by putting this metal piece on the end there. And I think it looks very nice. The 41mm case size is great. My favorite size for a sports watch is 40, so 41 is perfect as well. I have about a 7¼ inch wrist, so take that for reference. Thickness-wise, it's also great. It's going to be able to be, you can definitely wear this with a tighter cuff. It should be fine because it is thin enough. It should be able to slide under, and it really should fit most wrists very nicely. Perhaps if you have a very small wrist, it might look a little large, but again, I don't think that you should be having a huge problem at all with the sizing of this watch. So I'd like to mention, so this watch comes in at a price of $6,300, which it's a bit high. I mean, I get it, it's a limited edition, but again, there's 2020 models, so it's not that limited. And so I would like to see that price a little bit lower. But again, if you really are into the Olympics and you wanted a limited edition watch, I think that this is a nice watch. Personally, just based on that price gap, I would just go for the standard one. But again, if you want something more special, then maybe spring for this Tokyo limited edition. I would like to mention that this watch was lent to us by Continental Diamond in St. Louis Park, Minnesota for the purpose of this review. Thank you guys for watching this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.